Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Pratiwi Maysitha, NPM 20130-25031 from Group 2. In this video, I will explain about RAM or Random Access Memory as one of the hardware in a computer. But before entering the explanation of RAM, we must know the definition of hardware itself. The definition of hardware. Hardware is all types of component on a computer whose physical part can be seen with the naked eye or can be felt directly. So, it can be said that hardware is physical computer equipment that is useful for processing input, processing, and output. Some of them, such as RAM, CPU, mouse, keyboard, scanner, monitor, printer, and many more. Function of hardware. The main function of the hardware here include many things, such as in terms of displaying and receiving process input, preventing output, supporting computer work, and processing information or data inside and outside the computer. Based on its function, hardware is divided into three, namely input device such as mouse and keyboard, process device such as processor and hard disk, and output device such as printer and monitor. The definition of RAM. RAM is a type of hardware process device in a laptop or desktop. RAM is very vital a component. The function of RAM itself processes incoming data in various ways into memory. The RAM function will work optimally depending on the capacity and speed of data access. The more RAM installed, the faster the computer works. By definition, RAM is a place to temporarily store data when a computer or laptop is running and can be accessed randomly. Meanwhile, literally, RAM is temporary memory storage area when the computer is in use. So, RAM storage memory is not permanent. That is, when the computer is off, the RAM will be empty again and will be used after turning it back on during activities. Types of RAM. 1. DRAM or Dynamic Random Access Memory. This type of RAM is a semiconductor memory that requires a capacitor as a support to refresh the data in it. DRAM uses one transistor and capacitor per bit in its structure. It makes this RAM has a very high density. DRAM has a working frequency that varies between 4.7 MHz to 40 MHz. 2. SDRAM or Synchronous Dynamic Random Access Memory. SDRAM is RAM that has a very high speed compared to other types of RAM, namely speed of up to 133 MHz. The characteristics of this RAM are that there are two gaps in the leg. This RAM will be placed in a DMM or SDRAM slot on the motherboard, which can accommodate memory from 16 MB to 1 MB. 3. SRAM or Static Random Access Memory. This RAM is only available in small capacity and is used for parts that are really important. This chip is often used to cache memory, as RAM speed is able to match the processor speed of 500 MHz or more. 4. RAM or Extended Data Out Random Access Memory. The memory slot of RAM is 72 pins. The component is also suitable for installation on computer with buses up to 66 MHz. 5. DDRAM, SDRAM, or Double Data Rate SDRAM. This RAM is one that has a very high speed among types of RAM. This type is capable of executing two instructions at the same time. This memory has 184 pins, and this type of RAM also consumes less electricity. 6. SODIMM or Small Outline Dual Inline Memory Module. This memory is a type of memory used in notebook device. The physical form is quite compact, about half an amount of DDRAM, so it saves more space. This type of memory usually follow the development of RAM for desktop computers. So, material that I can convey is related to hardware and RAM. I welcome it if friends want to ask and discuss. Thank you for watching and your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.